Hi, everyone. It's Tara here with the Academy of Being, and I'm a little teary-eyed. I just watched a little video with Barbara Streisand, and she's not even somebody who I don't know any of her music, but I found out that she wrote a song for Steven Tyler. I don't want to miss a thing. Like, I don't want to close my eyes because I'll miss you, baby. And it's something that her husband said to her when she was falling asleep. And it just brought me to tears because like it hit me so deeply. And it's moments like that where I wonder, why are we in a world that doesn't like emotion? Those are the things that make us feel alive, the moments where something touches us. And it's safe to be touched by Barbara Streisand on a TikTok or reel or whatever the heck it was that I just glanced at. But it's more vulnerable to be touched by real life, by something that someone says that evokes emotion. It makes us feel exposed sometimes. And as much as I've done this work, I still feel those moments too, where, oh gosh, I just want to protect my heart. I don't want to feel deeply, even though those are the moments where I live from, you know, someone giving me a compliment. Oh gosh, no, not me. And I attribute it to something else. And it's really vulnerable just to say, thank you so much. And to acknowledge the other person for seeing and receiving me. Like, and for having an interaction with who I am that evokes from them that they want to say something. It's easy to boomerang it back or attribute it to something else. It's vulnerable to just be like, they really received me and they enjoy it. And now they have an interaction, like a way that they're coming together. But also just in the way that I I get emotional a lot these days, mainly because I find that emotion makes me feel like I'm alive. But I watch my kids in different things. Honestly, like I will watch my clients in a session and I'm in this space of awe and wonder while I watch them share about their life and how it has changed. Even so much as I had a conversation with somebody today about actually tapping into the potential of the universe, not just the potential of yourself. And watching his face and everything change as I explained that when you create a relationship with the universe, it changes things rather than this is what I'm going to do. And if I up level my vibration and if I speak right and if I'm positive, then you're going to interact with me. Well, for me, I used to be that way. I used to be the gratitude girl. I used to be the one who did it all right. I said things nicely. And I found that I wasn't getting the results I wanted in my relationships. And then later, as I look back, I found that I was actually being quite manipulative. I wasn't being authentic. I was really trying to manipulate other people around me in order to give me what I wanted. And sometimes I just wanted them to be happy because I didn't want them to be any other way. Or I was trying to manipulate the universe and be like, if I do this, you're going to give me that. And I'm going to be honest with you. I feel wrong all the time in saying that it's not about raising your vibration because I've been taught it and it's everywhere. It's about being in conversation. It's about being in relationship. That there's something so beautiful to being with someone else that is tender and open, even if they're like in a state of frustration or anger or deep sadness. Like I find that place mesmerizing. Like to me, it's the breaks in their shell that I can actually hold on to. Like, I feel like I can slide into, I can relate to. And so I love that about other people. I don't know how you feel. I love that about other people, but being that myself, it's been a journey. It's been a building in myself to give myself the ability to be that vulnerable, which has also been this place where I had to be really careful about who I was vulnerable with. I had to pay attention to whether they had the ability to hold space for me. Sorry if you hear something in the background. That is my Labrador snoring very loudly. Whether they could hold space for me, whether they were going to try and fix me, like, because it's even more vulnerable when you open up to that space and then somebody's like, ooh, let's patch that over. Like, oh, you should never have shared that. Or thank you for sharing it. Now, like, let me spackle it. Let me like spray it with all that I am and all that I've done. And like, it feels like you get lorded over. And so that doesn't feel so good to me either. So I've had to be really consciously aware and intentional about how I open up incrementally. And then also sometimes sharing my needs with the other person. At this point, I just need you to listen to me, or, oh my gosh, how you just responded made me feel so seen and heard. And sometimes I do need what their awarenesses are, how they've shown up in their own world that can shine a light for me. This thing called humanity, being human, is fucking amazing and unbelievably vulnerable. It's like, and I've found for me that the power lies in the moments where I don't know, and the willingness to say that. And for me, going back to like my conversation with that client, tapping into the potential of the universe, it's getting in conversation and getting in celebration of my own choices, but also the celebration of the choices that the universe, what it's brought to me, how it's directing me, how it's speaking to me. Because this client said to me, and several clients have said to me, but the universe doesn't speak, right? And I said, oh no, the universe is always speaking, always speaking. And you just need to know how it's speaking to you. And so a lot of people know about the outer ways that it speaks, like through angel numbers, through signs, animals, spiritual symbolism. But there's also ways that it speaks to us in our body. And learning that language is really key, because we hold within us a wisdom that is unparalleled to what is outside of us. And so learning the language of how the universe speaks through our own bodies can shapeshift everything. And for me, it has shapeshifted my life, because I now no longer get upset with the sensations, emotions, even struggles that I have in my own body, because I know it is how the universe is speaking and directing and redirecting me, that there is never a wrong emotion. It is merely information being sent to me. And there's never a wrong sensation or a wrong pain, even. I mean, I guess that's a sensation. So I feel like I live a hugely delicious, deeply touched, extremely vulnerable and extremely powerful life now, that I also get to hold hands with my clients on, and take them to that place, because it's immense. When you finally learn how to plug in, you access all your files. So I'm just going to leave you with that today. All because I listened to a TikTok about Barbara Streisand. And for any of you who love her, tell me what her songs are, and maybe like your favorite song, and I'll look it up. I know that I watched a movie with her in it years ago, and I loved the movie. I couldn't tell you what it is now, but Beaches, I think it is, because it was on a beach. It's such a clever name, if that is the name of it. But that interaction with her husband was pretty profound. It inspired her enough to want to marry him, and because he wasn't her husband at the time, and then also to write a song for Steven Tyler. So very cool. Love y'all. Have a great day.